Hi everyone, I'm back. I'm Denise with Spiritual Growth Tarot, and this reading is devoted to more of an understanding between the relationship between Kellyanne Conway and her daughter Claudia. One of my viewers, J-Bug, hi J-Bug, she said maybe I should do a reading on whether Claudia will be emancipated, and apparently that her mom had been abusive emotionally, mentally, and physically. And I noticed that on Twitter. I went back and looked at Claudia's Twitter feed, and I guess she has, quite the following on Instagram and Twitter. Even more so now that she's kind of trending, but so it's easy to see that for a long time, she's been speaking out against her mother, and she's been appalled by, her mother's actions for Trump. So anyway, but she's asking for, prayers for her family. She's asking that no one is, hurtful towards her mother. So I liked seeing that. So I'm asking with these cards, the top row is going to show me, and I'm hearing 6 cards. I want to know, okay, so with 6 cards, I want to see how Kellyanne has treated her daughter, Claudia. And apparently they have 4 children. But I want to know how she's treated Claudia. Okay. And then the second row here will be how Claudia will respond in the future. I guess she's 15 now, soon to be 16. Yeah, I think. It's either 15 or 16. Will she be able to be emancipated, or will she actually go for that, and will she be able to, to do that before she's 18? Or maybe there'll be some, some healing in the family. That I'm not sure, but okay. So we have the Strength card. So this is the row for how Kellyanne has actually treated her daughter. And this is just Claudia. I'm not asking about the other kids, and I don't know if Claudia is her oldest. So we have the Strength, the 5 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Moon. Wow. Okay. Notice we don't have any Cups cards here. Although the Empress, well, it just shows she's her mother, her crazy mother. Okay. So let's dive into that before I go further with Claudia's spread. Okay, so with the Strength, this tells me that because of these cards that follow, she's exerted strength over her daughter in the need to win and be right and be in charge. And she's caused her daughter to walk on eggshells. She's caused her daughter to feel very defended and to have to stand up for herself over the years. Because Kellyanne's been too focused on the money, too focused on, maybe she's wanted a certain education for her daughter, and maybe she doesn't like that her daughter's a bit of an Instagram star. Maybe she has those, those judgments. But I get that this is not, because all we have to do is look at Kellyanne's behavior over the years, towards us, towards the public, and on behalf of, Donald Trump. So we can see clearly, what type of a person she is. So she's strong and she bullies, and she's strong and she bullies, and she makes people walk on eggs. And then she goes towards the money that she wants, and she wants to be the queen on the throne, and she is mentally ill. So that's all I have to say about her. Now, for Claudia, this is interesting. Let's see. Let's get the rest of the cards going here. Whether or not she'll be able to free herself. This is a card of rebirth here. But these two cards together tell me that she doesn't really have what she wants or needs in order to get away and be able to take care of herself. So it's possible that financially, right now anyway, she doesn't have what she would need to emancipate herself, because she would have to do it legally and she would have to have the money to do that. And I don't know if either one of her parents would support her in that journey. I mean, other teenagers that I've seen who have emancipated themselves, the one that I have in mind is the gal that played Alex on Modern Family. She had an abusive mother, or a mother who just tried to use her and take her money, or was stealing from her, I believe. I really shouldn't say anymore because I don't know exactly, but anybody can look that up. But anyway, she was successful in emancipating herself from her mother. But it's because she already, she had a career and she was able to do it. And I don't know how old she was when she did it, or if that was actually even easy for her. That's something, anybody could look into. But I don't see that Claudia has that opportunity yet. But maybe as she goes through a bit of a rebirth and moves towards what it is that she's really wanting, there might be somebody that can come in and support her. Create an offer for her because they see her potential as, literally a star. And this is a card of motherhood here, but this is the crazy mother. So if she can free herself, it would be because of a judgment. But I don't have any other legal cards here to show that she would be in a legal, judgment. I see that this could have to do with some self-doubt, and but then again, it could be an inner calling. It could be, honoring an inner call and some absolution. Yeah. And this could have to do with her, hoping for a new future and her faith in a new future. I would hope that this card here would have to do with seeking therapy, seeking some wise counsel, whether it's from a male or a female therapist. I really would hope that for her. But with that Seven of Swords there, it can be breaking free. I mean, if it were in the reverse position, it would be breaking free. It definitely could be that. But with the Four of Swords here, we've got this passivity, this inability to actually, because either way, whether this were upright or reversed, it shows a burnout, and it shows a lack of progress, and of kind of just like laying down and taking it, and then maybe later on in the future, something could happen that could be more helpful for her and help her heal her relationship with her own inner feminine. God forbid that Kellyanne should go to therapy with her and they try to heal their relationship. I don't know if she would do that. I mean, she probably would spend the money on another facelift before she would do that. Based on her past, whatever she's done in the past is just, and if I were to read this the Queen of Cups in the reversed position, we're talking about, still being emotionally dependent, and she is financially dependent on her parents because she's still just a kid. She's not. Who could make a living like that at 14 or 15, unless you were already, a type of an actress or actor or star or somebody who was able to get away and make a, or have someone else support them. If another family member could come in and support her, then there's that possibility. But in the reverse positions, this could be unrealistic and kind of moody. But she's called out. She's put the clarion horn out there to tell the truth about her family. Can you imagine being one of their kids between Kellyanne and George? I mean, my goodness, they couldn't be, more dislike. I mean, they're on two opposing, diverse, backgrounds, and that's where we all are right now. I mean, we're appalled. We're looking at possible another Hitler in charge if it goes down this. I mean, we're already past the point of fascism, rearing its ugly head, and so of course she would have that that judgment call. She's a smart girl. But it's hard to say because, I mean, these are two cards of dependency and codependency to work through, which, no one ever does as a child. It's something that you work on as an adult, as you grow up, as you mature. So I hope that she has that support. But as far as a yes or a no as to whether she'll be emancipated, I think I'm going to need to use the LeNormand to get a little more clear answer about that. Okay, so let me tune in to just Claudia, and let's leave Kellyanne out of the picture. Let's leave both of her parents. Let's look at Claudia as an independent young woman. And let's see, does she have the power? Does she have support? Is there any outside support for her emancipation? Okay. So we have the broom, which can be working at it, but it can also be abuse. Oh yeah, she's been abused. She's definitely been abused. Oh goodness. And it's been very stressful. I get that the abuse was verbal. She's been verbally abused. And it's down deep. It's sunk down deep into her psyche. And it had been kept secret up till now, or just in this near future, or this recent past. Okay, now this has to do with her financial abundance. This has to do with opening a can of worms, that a world of negativity that she might not be able to handle as a young adult. This is her home. This is her, with the magic lamp, this is her, her wishes, but she's got to be careful what she wishes for because she might not have somewhere else to go. And the snail card brings in the element of something taking quite a long time. Things don't move quickly, but it's like the slow and steady, and it's fertile. And it is about time and change and being adaptable and flexible and growing. It's very productive, protective. It can be productive with a book where she's studying, on how to free herself someday. I'm not getting, no cards. If I had no cards, it would be the, although this is pretty stuck. A no card would be the coffin, the mountain. This is not as much of a blockage as the mountain card. So if she can get the money flowing, if someone can support her financially for a while and help her, legally get the papers filed, get the project going, get the papers filed, then it could happen. But it doesn't look like it would happen right away. But there's the fertility here. And then if we just dive into the beautiful image here in this artwork, look at the house. She'll carry her new home with her wherever she goes. She can make her new home inside of herself if she can heal this past. This up here, these cards definitely show verbal abuse and the secrets about that. There's a double meaning here with this card. Verbally abusive household with probably a lot of arguing. Yeah, those, the other kids they're on my mind now. Wow. Yeah, okay, so, well, that's all I have for now. It just looks like it's something to watch, and she could, maybe if she could get free, she might be out all on her own and not be able to take care of herself. So it's kind of like, opening that can of worms. It looks to me like she might try more to make peace with her family, or maybe be there to help with her, other siblings. I know this is a big test for this family. It's a very, very big test. Okay, well, so that's all I have for now. If any of you want to know more, drop it in the in the comments, and I'll dig deeper into it. But for now, I think I'll just leave it here. So, okay. And as always, you guys take good care. Okay, bye.